Hello, Aquarius. This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your week ahead starting July 7th, 2025. Aquarius, I hope all is well. Hope you guys had a wonderful 4th of July and you were safe. This week, um, I am using the deck that I'm using will be listed in the description box. I'm sorry. And people that follow me are familiar with this deck. It's a deck that I use when I do the romantic energies, right? So, yeah, we're just going to cleanse the energy here from doing Capricorn messages here for the week. And we're going to see what's coming up here for my fellow water bearers. All right, energies for Aquarius. What can Aquarius expect this week? What's the energy surrounding them? What is the energy they can look forward to this week? Energies for Aquarius. All right. All right, here we go, Aquarius. First card in energy is the Two of Pentacles. All right, so some of you may be juggling two things this week. Could be the start of the week. It could be any time of the week, really. But it's just minor energy. I wouldn't worry about it too much. So, some of you could be just working two jobs, trying to balance out two things. Could still be a small pay raise coming in for some Aquarians this week. And or also it could be that, you just go through the week trying to balance out your money, your checkbook. Then we have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is for those Aquarians that I'm reading for that may be already in committed partnerships. You definitely are getting out of that relationship and that what you are putting in. Following the Two of Pentacles, it may be a love interest in two people. It could be two people who have a love interest in you as well. This also, too, could be a job offer for any Aquarius that I'm reading for. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups has the ability to specifically bring together and form romantic partnerships. Following the Knight of Cups, now we have the major arcana Temperance. Okay, so rebalancing, restoring some type of energy. Okay, now mirrors over here to the Two of Pentacles. That could be, sufficient for some of you in terms of having to have been thrown off balance. It may not have been financial, or it may have been something else that was going on here. But here, the major arcana, the Temperance card, restores that balance, brings that balance back into harmony for you. She represents, all relationships as well. It could also be a week of some Aquarians that I'm reading for having to draw back their energy and focus their energy on themselves. Taking care of yourself, loving yourself, nurturing yourself, all those things that you have or could have, neglected because you were putting your energy into everything else. And now it may be that this week here alone, and I'm not saying all of you are going to do that. I'm just saying I always get this with the Temperance card and the Empress card that some of you may be just trying to um caretake for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's not the type of energy where if you decide to do that, you feel guilty about it, because you have to take care of yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself, and then what's the purpose? You're not going to be good to anybody else if you're not taking care of your own self. This could also be read as Mother Nature, so spending some time outdoors enjoying Mother Nature for some of you this week. Okay, peace and harmony, rebalancing energies for you. Temperance. Following the Temperance card here for you, Aquarius. Now we have the major arcana of the World card. So look out for any opportunities that could come your way. Opportunities that some of you may know already, or some of the opportunities that you don't know. There is a chapter of energy, however, that's ending for you in some phase of your life, Aquarius. A new chapter is about to open up, which is a beautiful thing. Following the World card here, now we have the Five of Cups. Sadness and disappointment may not be your own. If you own children, could be your child. It could be your romantic partner. It could be a coworker. It could be a platonic friend. It could be somebody else in the family. I don't pay too much emphasis on the Five of Cups because It's temporary energies if it does want to express itself, and you could be just going through a moment of a mood swing, and that energy is not going to last too long as well. So don't pay too much attention to the Five of Cups energy, and it's not necessary for me to throw a clarifier on that to determine what's going to be the disappointment. If it comes to you, you will know. Up next now is the Queen of Swords. This is your energy here, so you have to be careful of not allowing or engaging in any types of forms of gossiping, Aquarius. This is what this Queen is capable of doing, even though she's standing there ready to use that sword because she's a great communicator. She's collected her facts, and now she's ready to use that sword to strike. So there is something major that I feel that some of my Aquarians that I'm reading for is about to do in terms of a decision or an action. All right, so following the Queen of Swords, we have the Eight of Cups. Again, the Eight of Cups simply means no drama for you this week. You already have the Temperance card in terms of rebalancing some of the energies that you may have dealt with in terms of not necessarily suffering, but maybe felt feelings, out of sorts. And that could have been with relationships or just, work situation, family situation. Then we have, again, the Five of Cups, not to worry about that. You're turning your back against these cups. So it doesn't mean that you have dealt with 8 emotional things the previous week. It could have been just one thing specifically. You handled it. Now it's underneath the Knight of Cups. Some of it might have been related or connected to someone involving a relationship romantically. But this is what I deem as a no drama week for you, Aquarius. All right. So up next is the Three of Pentacles here for the Aquarians that I'm reading for. This could be a small pay raise like the Two of Pentacles that started your energy off. But also, too, this card that I always read is a card of recognition. So you may be recognized for something that you've done in terms of completion of a project or a task, whether or not it was in collaborating with others and it was in the workplace environment, or it could have been outside the workplace environment. Energies are going up on the 7th, so by the 9th, is some sort of recognition that may be coming your way. A thank you, a congratulation. Like I said, it could be money from your employer. You could be congratulating yourself for completing a task or a project, whether or not you were doing that with someone or not. You could be also introduced to somebody new, Aquarius, and I always assign workplace, love affairs, and attraction with the Three of Pentacles. Now we have the major arcana, the Hierophant. So you had spiritual energy of protection watching over you, guarding over you this entire week. So there's no fears here, nothing wrong. So this card always represents spiritual energy, right? So spiritual enlightenment, epiphanies, synchronicities. This card also too represents teaching and learning. The teaching and learning could be in any phase or aspect surrounding you this week. And also to always assign someone could be, training on a new job. Could have been a promotion or something like that. It could have been a new job in general. Someone could be also getting married when the Hierophant is present. All right, so up next here for you, Aquarius, now we have the Emperor. Okay, so you have another major arcana here surfacing. This is the type of energy where you'll be in control all week. Okay, just sort of maintaining the aspects of your own energies, not that you ever do. We don't get into trying to control people or manipulate people. That's just not part of our makeup. So yeah, this also too refers to authority, leadership, boss mode. So you could be promoted to a leadership position. You could be asked to lead over others. The character here, I always assign that it could be attached to you, Aquarius. It's a father figure, but the father figure is over on the spirit side. He may have had some sort of dealings in the court system, served some sort of time in the military. Very stern, very strict, very authoritative. All right. Additional messages and energies here for you is the pulled too many. Seven of Pentacles. Again, that could be some Aquarians that I'm reading for. Put in the grind this week, working hard for those coins, maybe saving up for something greater. Also, the Seven of Pentacles, I brought, expand out to many other options that could happen or occur for you. You do have the World card here in terms of opportunity. So it could be anything related to that as well. Um, yep, Seven of Pentacles. Up next was the Death card, Major Arcana. So the Death card, major life transformation. Never ever does it mean physical death. It just means that there's some aspect of your being that has to come to an end. Only you know that, Aquarius. Only you know what needs to come to an end. It could signify, though, since it follows that Seven of Pentacles, an ending to financial strife for some Aquarius that I'm reading for. Okay, so I'm gonna pair this energy up here with the Seven of Pentacles, and that could be, like some sort of, say maybe if you were dealing with financial burdens or financial difficulties and whatnot, this Death card would signify an end to your financial struggles. Okay, so that could be one thing that you see come to an end. But for others, whatever it is that you can identify that needs to come to an end, whatever you can identify that needs to come to an end, something good is always going to replace that. Just know that. All right. Last card here for you is the, see, here we go. Eight of Wands. Well, Eight of Wands is good news that's coming in very, very fast. That may put a smile on your face. This card here represents the card of communication for me. So even number of wands, effective communication, what you need to express to and get out to others this week will be well received by them, and any communications coming to you from others will be well received by you. Now, the good news that comes in very, very fast, that may put a smile on your face, may arrive via a phone call. It could be something that arrives in the mail. It could be packages, maybe something that you ordered a while ago, and this week will be the week that it shows up. It could be, good news that puts a smile on your face through someone who sends you a text message. Okay. Some of you may be traveling this week. This is one of my traveling cards. So if you are going to travel, Aquarius, you're going to be safe to and from. All right. So this is what I have for you, Aquarius, this week. Not too bad. Just remember, it's me, Soul here, just interpreting these messages here for you the best that I can. Take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You guys have a safe, great week ahead. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me, Aquarius, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.